I remember when I had the itch to leave. And of course, today, that's all we hear. Everybody has the itch to leave their job, that is. And I am going to take some time to talk about what you can do as a leader to retain your best talent in this crazy time we find ourselves in. And let me share a little more about this story. I'd reached a point in my career when I realized that what I really wanted to be was an entrepreneur. And I was feeling confined by the structures of my corporate leadership role. And even though I was getting a lot of rewards and acknowledgement for my work, something just didn't feel satisfying enough. It wasn't rich and full enough. Now, one of the things that I learned about what happened for me, I'm going to share with you, because when I went and negotiated my exit package, they didn't try to talk me out of it. And I've always wondered what that was about. The moral to the story is I was ready to spread my wings and to do bigger things than my role was going to give me permission to do. But nobody in the organization knew what it was that I wanted to be doing. Nobody bothered to have a conversation with me about my aspirations and what I was seeing as my contribution and where I thought there were new opportunities in the organization to deploy my skills well. I was the best kept secret. And as a result, I was pretty unhappy. I think it was a loss for me and a loss for the organization, despite the fact that I've gone on to have a really pleasurable career as an entrepreneur. I do think leaders inside of organizations struggle to figure out, how do we get everything done? I don't have enough people now, let alone worrying about having them leave. Ask yourself, when's the last time you had a good long chat with the people on your team that you absolutely see as your top performers to understand what's in their heart? What are they aspiring to? What are they yearning for? What do they long to do differently? If you don't know how to answer that question right now as I ask it, you're at risk of losing those people from your team. Now, why? Of course, the environment today has had all of us thinking long and hard about our values, what's important to us, what matters in our lives. How do I do something that's more satisfying and more fulfilling, not just go through the motions and get a bigger paycheck? There's a second piece to this. It's not just the personal longing to do something more meaningful. It's also our world. Our world is influencing everybody's point of view about what our responsibility is. We know from the research that 60% of the workforce today is examining whether their organization has a commitment to doing something about climate change. And they're going to walk if you don't. The same is true about social injustice. The number's a little lower, but it's north of 50%. So you're at great risk if, as a leader, you're not paying attention to a values alignment between what your workforce cares about in your community and whether you are doing something beyond just talking about it, that you're actually in action and encouraging your workforce to participate. The third piece that's important is to realize that as the world has evolved, we have access to information in a zero geography way and instantly in the palm of our hand. That basically means that every one of your employees has options and alternatives, and their heart is longing to have balance, whatever that means for them. You can't know without asking them. And if you're not staying in relationship with them, you're going to see them leave, and it will be too late to do anything about it. So as you think about your own aspirations and your own sense of values alignment with the organization you're leading right now, this third step is recognizing you don't know. And to know means you need to ask the question and to spend time, quality time with your people. Not a quick check-in, how was your weekend, but really get to know what makes them tick, what matters to them, and what do they see as their competence and the desire for autonomy from you to make a bigger contribution that aligns with those values and those aspirations. That is your job. And when you do that well, you'll keep your best people. If anything I've said here has you quaking in your boots a little bit, wondering, how in the world am I going to have those conversations? I have the video for you. Rate your genuine curiosity. Or you might think about it like going to the curiosity gym. Take a look at that video over there and Give yourself some time to practice and get clear about what you want to ask and learn about your talk people.